look, I see what I'm wearing. I do see what I'm wearing. Am what I'm wearing a black tank top, a black tank top and running shorts. Should I be judging anybody? Absolutely I shouldn't. But here I am, because I love to hate. Hating is my pastime. As I've said before, I am what? A hater first and a woman second. Hello and welcome back to my floor. So today, I want to be a hater. I want to be a hater. We know I like this. It was also the Met on Monday, so I really deserve to be a hater this week because that was tragic, I think is the word we're all looking for. I've already explained that I think the Met is going to die, like, culturally. Like, it's just not going to be culturally relevant after this year. So you can go watch that if you want. But that's not what this is about today. Today's a day that is very special to me. Today is a day for me to hate. It's also a day for me to be very sleepy and hate, so I might not be as energetic as normal. But I thought we could go through the red carpet together. And by go through the red carpet, I mean straight up, like, just go through the Vogue article that lists most people. I will say before we get started, I was not super impressed with anybody. It definitely felt more like it was a Chanel tribute than a Karl Lagerfeld tribute, which was just confusing because, like, he did work at, like, Fendi, Balmain, Chloe, and, like, multiple other, he had a couple other houses he worked for. So it's confusing to me that we only pulled from his time at Chanel and then, like, everyone was in black and white. Like, there's very little color. So this will be relatively quick because I'm not going to talk about everybody. I'm only going to talk about people I like or people I thought did really, really poorly. So when you watch this, because we'll be scrolling through the article together, I will just be skipping people. You'll also watch me scroll from the bottom of the article up because I went through it already and I decided there's a lot less people worth talking about at the end of it, so I'd rather just skip them at the beginning and end on people that are a little more interesting to talk about. So I'm gonna get my laptop ready and we'll hop into it.
One eternity later.
Okay, laptop is ready. So let's start with Anna Wintour. Just why? Why? She owned something from his first collection at Chanel that I know she's worn it before, but, like, still, that would have been better than this. This is just ugly and boring. So switching to the second article because this one has less people in it. Kona Grays, I like this. I think it's interesting that the suit coat doesn't have any shoulders. Is it just him dressing as Karl? Yes, but that's what we're going to see a lot of, and we're just going to have to get over it. Skipping because they're boring. Just the skirt's nice for hers. It's a Chanel reference. I don't, like, granted, I don't know Karl's work like that, but I just, like, it feels like a Chanel reference over a Karl Lagerfeld reference. This was cute. I liked Kiki's look. It's very well fitted. I hate tweed. And again, it's not like tweed was Karl's fabric. Tweed is associated with the brand of Chanel. So, oh my God, it's the Go Girl Give Us Nothing couple. They never do anything interesting. And I'm not afraid to say it. It's boring. Rita Ora, whatever. You know what irks me the most about this is Roger Federer is one of the co-hosts and he still shows up in a normal suit. Can I please ever? Will I ever know peace? I think the answer is no, but it is what it is. Emma Chamberlain's Miu Miu look. Also kind of boring, kind of basic. I don't like the top underneath. I wish we didn't have it. It's distracting. I don't mind it peeking so much out of the sleeves, but, like, under the coat is just distracting. It's a little off-putting. Yeah. This I love. Do I know if it's a reference to anything? No, but she looks like the most fabulous jellyfish I have ever seen. It's gorgeous. It's very well made. It fits her stunningly, and no comment. This is good. Phoebe, I know what this is a reference to. Am I gonna take the time to find the reference picture? Probably not. But it's a dress that's very popular for people to reference. She looks nice, but yeah, kind of boring. Quinta, honey, I am so sorry. This is not cute. And it doesn't matter who wears it. The big, like, flower in the middle, I never am a big fan of black tulle over a pink base. It just, the neckline is also a hard one to do. It's not cute. Wow, a fan reference? Shocking. The unions, it's fine. It's just, a lot of my issues with what a lot of people are wearing is that it could be on any other carpet. This one's tragic because it doesn't fit. Ice Spice, I know she was invited last minute, but like, this is from Bowman. You can see right down there. They have the people who could have tailored this, and I don't know why it wasn't tailored, because you see it's scrunching and bunching. It shouldn't do that. It also just is boring. This one, I know, is a reference to Chanel costume jewelry. Again, Chanel, not Karl Lagerfeld. But I do love to see a Schiaparelli look sometimes. No comments. No comments. It's like everyone forgot that there was actually color on Chanel runways. Like, I get he did like mostly stuff in like black and white, but like he did have color. This is interesting. It's fun. It just, again, I don't know what it's referencing because they're not pearls, so it can't be like the draped in pearl, this thing that's like big for Chanel. So I honestly, I saw this photo of her and I looked at it really fast the first time I saw it. I thought it was Madonna. I looked at it really fast. And I'm not afraid to admit that I thought this was Madonna. Boring. I hated this. But I also just don't like Jared Leto. So this is at least interesting. It's interesting to look at. It's cool. Again, can't tell you what it's referencing. A lot of people decided, I guess, if they were going to wear color, it was going to be pink, because I guess he like put one pink thing out. This is also somewhat interesting, but again, it's just black and white, kind of boring. Interesting, but boring, because the colors, we could be doing so much more. Like, Karl Lagerfeld was designing in like the 60s and the 70s, and like it was in color. So like, I don't know why we couldn't pull any of that out for this. Just one good look. We couldn't do one good look. I don't hate this one. At least this is like an interesting take on like this, the collar and the tie, and like his suit coat to an extent. Yeah, most of this is just, it's so boring. Like, you guys could be wearing these outfits anywhere else. I like this fan reference, but like, it's also not the only time we see this done. Most of them, granted, are smaller motifs, but it's just like, other people did it. And it's not as interesting when like everyone seems to be doing the same 6 looks. Like, everything either has flowers, it's dripping in jewels, it's black, it's white, not a ton of color. This bode look is Bodie? I don't remember. Look is interesting. I don't hate that I don't know what it's referencing, because at least it's different. It's a look. Now we know me. We know I love Tom Brown, but like, even this one, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Also, this Bodhi look I liked. Again, couldn't tell you if it's actually referencing anything. I just think it's nice. I don't know what Burberry was on, but everybody is in this Burberry blue that came with Burberry. Like, you can see whoever's behind him. I don't remember who that is. I know I've seen the picture from the front. But like, everybody's like in Burberry blue. See, another fan motif on the top. Boring. Another Burberry. Wow, you're wearing gloves? How original. Yeah, no, this entire theme was the epitome of go girl, give us nothing. I do like this look, however. Can I tell you, again, if it's referencing anything? Absolutely, I can. I don't care about Karl Lagerfeld enough to know that. Because also he just, like, wasn't the greatest person, but, like, you don't need me to lecture you about that right now. Yeah, I really just wasn't into it. There's that look from earlier I was talking about. This Tom Brown look I think is interesting, because a friend brought it up, that it looks like it's crystallized, and it's not. That's just the tweed and the way that the tweed photographs. But it is very interesting that it does look crystallized. This was interesting, but also just kind of like expected. Jeremy Scott not doing the most. Nobody's really interesting this year, and that sucks to say. I did like the Bad Bunny one and Jacques Mousse. Jacques Mousse doesn't really do clothing like this often, so it's always interesting when they do. The entire back of this is like backless. Like, you can go look at pictures. Again, I'm tired. I don't plan on editing this much as usual, so I don't want to go find the photos. I'm feeling rather lazy today. Again, another Tom Brown. I do love a Tom Brown. Boring. Interesting take on a bride. It's just like, it's boring, it's basic, it's the bride from a Karl Lagerfeld. Where was the hula hoop bag? Where was the hula hoop bag? Now, I do like this one. I just like the way it's constructed. I think it's interesting. I don't really care about it in the stance of the theme at all, but I do like this look. Ooh, gloves again? Yeah, we were really, gnawing for something, weren't we here? I can't remember if this is a look Penelope Cruz wore in a show, because I believe she walked in Carl's last show, but like, yeah, at least she pulled out like an archival piece. It's a bride, obviously, so there's that. I think she was also one of the hosts. Boring, like, they're just so boring. See, so there's been a lot of talk about this. I don't care necessarily, because at least he did something, and it was interesting, and it wasn't just another black suit. Do I think it's on theme? No, but at this point, at least it's more interesting than what 90% of the other people were wearing. I've seen some people complain that, like, it's not clothing, so, like, why is he doing it? Do you know how many other times people have basically worn not clothing to the Met? Like, it doesn't matter. I do like this one. I find this one interesting. It's another what I call a jellyfish look. But I think I've just found it that it's very drapey in this way. Reminds me of a jellyfish. I don't hate it. It's more interesting than a lot of people's. Serena Williams is pregnant again. Good for her. And that's all I have to say. I don't hate this, but again, it's just like, it's doing Karl Lagerfeld in the way of just black and white. I believe this is a vintage Fendi piece he did, so people were very excited about it. Robert's Go Boy giving us nothing in a nice Dior suit. This is also vintage Chanel, so in her corset, that is plastic. It's like plastic, so like, I think Cindy Crawford wore it originally, and like, you can see her sweat in it as she walks down the runway. But like, it's just like, you're in the Barbie movie, Margot. Can you market for 5 minutes for the rest of us, please? Like, can you do some marketing? These were at least interesting to look at. Again, couldn't tell you if they're actually referencing anything, but they look cool. This makes me feel violent. Why does it look like he showed up in like a crew neck and pants? It makes me a little violent. Yeah, it's a Gucci dress. The Valentino PP Pink. Again, it's not that these people don't look good. Another vintage Chanel, but like, also, we could be doing so much more than a mini dress. It's not that people don't look good. It's just that it's so boring. This is fun. Tom Brown, this entire thing is made out of tweed, and it has the chain and like pearls reminiscent of almost like they ripped up a suit or a Chanel bag. I also liked the Olivia Rodrigo look, also from Tom Brown. Is it just the Chanel flower and all these drapey bits? Yes, but like, at least they're interesting looks in and of themselves, even if you took them off the carpet, you know? Paris, we like to see Paris. Not exactly a thrilling look. I would like to talk about this. This is what I was expecting. So this dress is one of like the most famous Gianni Versace dresses he ever made. It was originally done in black, and it's the one that is held together by safety pins. So what Donatella did for the Met Gala for Anne is they remade the dress, but they made it in a Chanel tweed. They put like the flowers on the bust, and then they put in between, so it's like almost every other one is like a safety pin and then like a little string of pearls. So it's taking a look that is iconic to a house and then reimagining it as if Karl Lagerfeld had designed it for Chanel. And I think that's smart and how a lot more of this should have gone. But sadly, that is not how this has gone. So, love that. I also really like Doja Cat. Of the cat looks that people brought out, I think this one was good. I think it was smarter than a lot of them. It's costumey, but in a way that like works long term. Whereas like Lil Nas X and Jared Leto's were just like kind of shock value. I don't know what this was. Moving on. Also don't know what this was. Like, we get it. You have a nice body. Great. Show it off if you want to. But like, it's boring. And I'm pretty sure you've worn a look that looks exactly like this, just in different colors before. Pedro Pascal. Interesting choice to wear shorts. But like, also, what's it referencing? The Cardi B. This is fun. This is like campy Karl Lagerfeld reference, so I don't hate it. Of some of the looks where people tried to dress as Karl, it is not the worst by any means necessary. This is one off of a runway, so like, I get it. Kristen's a Chanel ambassador. Not much else there. Boring. Yeah, we're starved. Dua Lipa, Miss Lipa. This look originally had a coat and a little hat. And you didn't want to wear the coat or the hat. Interest. You're losing interest here. Like, I'd get it if this, I think this is because this is archival. I think it's the one that was maybe worn on the runway. I would understand if perhaps the coat does not fit, because shoulders are different lengths or something. But it's like, you could have at least worn the hat. The lack of Chanel hats we saw. This makes me mad. Because I learned that this entire dress is supposed to be a reference to his fan through the cape. And it's just say you didn't care about the theme. It's so much easier. Matthew Williams. Yeah, Matthew Williams designs Givenchy. Like, it's just so much easier. Because it's not Gigi who said that. It is the designer. But it's just like, just say you don't care about the theme. It's so much faster. This is just, it's fine. It's just, there's something about it. It feels like it doesn't sit well on her body for some reason. Like, it doesn't fit properly. And I think that's something that should have been looked at better. Also, I swear someone else showed up in this, and I can't remember who. I like this Billie look. It's interesting. I liked Simone Rocha as a designer. Again, does it feel on theme? Couldn't answer. Florence Pugh, also interesting look. Fun to see. Couldn't tell you what it's referencing. This was just, we get it. You like to show off your body. Can you actually follow the theme for a year? And I hate to say this about a Schiaparelli look, but it's not good. Like, people are criticizing the corset for not being the same color as your skin. That's Schiaparelli's thing, though. They're always kind of a champagne-y color, whether that's a little more pink or a little more tan. They're not often in a skin tone, so it's not meant to be her skin tone. But like, yeah, I get it, dripping in pearls, but that's a Chanel thing. That was never a Karl Lagerfeld thing. This one makes me mad, because this is, while a very interesting archival piece, this came with down the runway with models where their hair was like kind of, a bouffant might be the right word, but it was like structured up into like a heart shape on their head, and it's just like, fully commit, Naomi. Like, can we have some commitment? Cara doing not what I thought everyone thought she would do, which is kind of nice, but still boring. This I loved. Nicole Kidman also did it correctly. So this dress is a dress she wore in like 2005 for a Chanel No. 5 ad, and she just re-wore it. And that's great. That's wonderful. Like, that is definitely honoring Karl. Also, I don't know if you can see this in the back. I don't remember his name. Now I feel bad. It's like David Brain or something. He rode his bike to the Met, and he took it on the carpet, and they gave him like the number for like his bike to be held. Go girl, give us nothing. This is so boring, so unoriginal. We get it. You just want to show off your legs, but like, could I please get a look that's good from the Kardashians? I don't hate Elle Fanning's. This is a very interesting bride look. Could I tell you what it's from? No. Does the bouquet make me think of those Marc Jacobs Daisy ads, though, where they're just like, Daisy, Daisy, Daisy? You know the ones. They're, like, weird. Yes. Sure. Well, we respect Michelle Yeoh. Sure, whatever. It's kind of boring. Yeah. This one I have beef with, and it's not Lizzo's fault. It is Chanel's fault, because I think that Lizzo was given a very cheap looking version of this dress. This dress also was originally a runway dress, and it's in the way that if you look up the original dress, the pearls are draped, because the pearls are not supposed to be as taut as they are over the bust. They're supposed to be looser and have movement, and it really just looks like Chanel did not want to take the time to make this dress for Lizzo. And there were so many things that just could have been executed better in it, and it makes me upset on her behalf. This is a gorgeous look, again, but like, yeah. I think this is also something she herself wore on a show, so like, I get it. And then this one, everyone was so like, Rihanna's the best dressed. Rihanna, is she really the best dressed? Is she, or do you just like Rihanna the most? Like, I hate to, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it was that good. Like, it's fine. It's an interesting look, just not that good. And then there's people being like, what is ASAP wearing? That's actually a reference to something Carl himself wore. He just didn't wear it with jeans underneath. And it's like, it's actually very, like, nice reference. So, like, I don't mind ASAP's. I don't think Rihanna's is necessarily bad. I don't think it was the best of the night. I do think it's Anne Hathaway. And now I need to go find, give me 30 seconds to search through this article. I want to talk about Eddie Redmayne's wife's dress. Because, well, what he's wearing is fine. It's whatever. Her dress, this entire top bit is like just pearls that are like very close together. And it is like gorgeous up close. I believe Alexander McQueen has like a video of it on their Instagram. Like, it's so good. And just, it's a really impressively made dress. And I would just like to touch on that before we are done here. That does conclude my entirety of my review of the Met Gala. Boring. A lot of things could have been worn on other carpets and they wouldn't have felt out of place. And that's how I know it's not a good Met look. The Met is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be costumey. Like, it's for the Costume Institute, which I know they're using costume to refer to like all kinds of dress, but like, it's for the Costume Institute. It's supposed to be a go big, go home event. And it just really upsets me when it feels like people don't try. Also, the theme just wasn't great. I'm really hoping next year's better. But based on the way the last three have gone, the two Americas and then this one, I don't know. Here's for hoping. But yeah, that was my Met Gala review. I know it wasn't super in depth, but also this was far easier than me making a list, writing notes, and like finding the photos, and just like I'm still writing papers. Editing is not my friend right now, so we will see how much this gets edited. Ooh wee. Yeah, but thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed me being a hater for like 20 odd minutes, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.